Good afternoon, UCF Knights, and happy Wednesday. I'm Princess Janae Steverson-Lowry, and here's a quick look at what's making news February 21st, 2018. 3 buses filled with sleeping bags, pillows, and burgundy shirts journeyed to Florida's capital yesterday. Over 100 students from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School arrived in Tallahassee last night in order to fight for gun reform. The Florida House voted against the measure that would consider a ban on assault weapons. Regardless of the House's vote, students are still demanding action. The grieving students have plans on holding a rally today to put more on pressure on the Florida legislature, as well as meeting with House Representative Speaker Richard Corcoran and Senate President Joe Negron. Rick Scott says today is the first Florida Suicide Prevention Day, and UCF PD is training officers to handle situations involving mental health. 1 out of 4 calls of the service involving helping someone with mental illness, says UCF PD officers through meeting to discuss how to effectively respond to these calls. 2017's UCF Crisis Intervention Police Officer of the Year, Melissa Guadagnino, explains how she used her training.
A female ran away from the health center, and I used my resources to find out where she was at. I got a hold of her on the phone, actually, and spoke with her and got her to calm down enough to meet up with me.
Guadagnino wants to help other officers prepare for similar situations. The police were challenged to use what they learned to reenact realistic scenarios. UCF PD hopes to focus more on mental health training. The Multicultural Student Center is teaching students about mental health in the African American community with the help of counseling and psychological services. Students gathered to listen to various speakers in the student union to talk about Blacks masking their emotions. They also discussed having a hard time finding their self-worth. A video shown to the group defined the word stigma. UCF student Falashade Francis says she suffered with emotional problems.
I would say to them to seek out help. Seek out help. Make sure you talk about it. Especially if you're the kind of person who feels that you should implode rather than explode. That's no excuse. Go out, get yourself the help that you need, and you won't regret it.
Speaker Travis Slocum says African American population represents 11% of the UCF community. Slocum says you are worthy, although Blacks have adversity. For more information, you can contact counseling and psychological services. UCF Elections Commission held their first SGA presidential debate of the year. The purpose of the debate is for students to learn more about the candidates' platforms. Each presidential candidate is given 2 minutes and 2 minutes for rebuttal. Students from the audience could ask the candidates questions about the concerns they have for the new president. Presidential candidate Josh Bologna says why he believes the debates are important.
Get our message out as much as possible. That's the point. Any advertisement is great on our end just because we want to continue to push what we stand for, what Jad and I believe, and how we want to make a difference on campus.
Students will have more opportunities to see the candidates at the next debate. That debate will be February 28th in the Live Oak Ballroom. The Elections Committee urges students to attend to have their concerns addressed by the candidates. Gemini Boulevard, an a cappella group on campus, is preparing to compete in the quarterfinals this weekend. Founded in 2009, the group has placed among the top in every competition they have been to. Last night, the singers hosted a preview of the set they will be performing on Saturday.
It's basically like if you've ever seen Pitch Perfect. It is pretty much the exact same thing. We've just been having rehearsal after rehearsal and cleaning and, you know, having these talks and making sure that this is all something we want and making sure that all of us work together as a team.
It's the little parts. It's making sure everything is crispy, making sure like faces are correct, emotion is correct. It's those little things that mean really the differences between a second place win to a first place win. We are a group that is a family, and really just pushing ourselves to be as one cohesive unit as far as we can to get that first place every single time and take it all the way.
If Gemini Boulevard places at the quarterfinals, they will move on to the semifinals, where they took second place last year. The group hopes to take first in the 2018 semifinals and compete for the final championship in New York City. And here's a quick look at our forecast for today's weather. Your Wednesday is starting off with a high of 85 degrees and a 0% chance of rain. Later on tonight, it's partly cloudy with a low of 66 degrees. Tomorrow, it's going to be hot with a high of 85 degrees and a 0% chance of rain. That's all the time we have for now. Don't forget to keep up with us throughout the week by following us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we'll be back tomorrow for another UCF Nightly News Update. I'm Princess Jeanne Steverson-Lowry. Thanks for watching and have a great day, UCF.